Hi, I'm Dr. Gingrich. I will be your professor this semester for evolutionary biology. I welcome you to the course, and I want to take a few moments to introduce you to the course and go over the syllabus with you and the class policies. What I want you to be able to do is to jump right in this first week learning the content and not worrying about how the course is set up and how to navigate throughout the course. So what we will do is to go over and take a look at the course in my courses together so I can show you the layout and the expectations within the course. And we'll take a look at the syllabus. I look forward to working with you as you learn about evolutionary biology this semester, and I encourage you to always reach out to me with any questions and concerns that you have throughout the semester. Here we are in the course in my courses. We are on the home page. The home page has some student tools across the top, quick ways for you to check grades, contact faculty and advisor, and various other things. You also see on the left-hand side the news section. This is where you always want to look to see if I've posted any announcements. If there have been a lot of postings or you're trying to go back and maybe see another announcement, you may have to scroll down and click Show All News Items to be able to see the full announcement or to see past announcements. You also see on the right-hand side a list of upcoming events. Most of your information that you're going to need will be up here at the top in this Course Content tab. So right now we're in Course Home. Let's go into Course Content. In Course Content, the first thing you see here is the syllabus. So you can look at a copy of the syllabus there, but you'll also see if we go into Course Information, the syllabus is there as well. This course information also has some other important links for you. There's some information about how to approach your online course, a link to SPC's academic honesty policy. You will be taking a quiz on the academic honesty policy so that I'm sure that you understand the expectations of SPC, what is considered academically honest and what is considered academically dishonest. You have a place here where you can ask general questions about the class. There's also instructions for various things in the class. So you'll be writing synopsis. You may or may not choose to do bonus assignments. There's instructions there. How to look at feedback on your assignments. So when you do synopses, I will provide some feedback, and I expect you to look at that feedback so that when you write future synopses and when you write your paper in the class, you improve along the way. You can also look at past quiz results, and this shows you how to do that. It shows you how to look at Turnitin reports. Turnitin is enabled for our drop boxes for your synopses, and that allows you to make sure that you're paraphrasing properly and not plagiarizing. You also have instructions for how to use Grammar Check in Word. I show you which settings to put on there so that the Microsoft Word program will do a pretty good check of your grammar. It's not perfect, but it's a good habit to get into checking that for all of your submissions. We have a publisher's website that goes with the book. There's a link here, and there's also a link to some tutorials within my courses and the Zoom web conferencing. The course table of contents underneath course information, you can see that there are 4 units. So each one of these units goes with one of our exams, 4 exams in the course. Inside of each one of these units, you'll see topics. So this first unit covers topics 1 through 3, and they typically go along with a chapter. Every once in a while, there might be a topic that spans 2 chapters. If we go into the topic, you can see that this first week, I have a video for you to watch. And then each week, you'll also have outlines and objectives for that particular chapter. So there's an outline and then objectives. These objectives are things you should be able to do once you finish that chapter. You also have a PDF of the PowerPoint file that was used making the videos. It does not have all the information in it. But the way that the PDF is set up is that you can take notes. So while you're going through watching the video lectures, I encourage you to use this to take notes for yourself. And then you will see some video lectures. So chapter 1 has 4 parts to it, and these are the video lectures that I have created. So I will be using the PowerPoints and going through and explaining various aspects of the chapter with you in these videos. Then sometimes you might see other videos. Sometimes those videos might be required. Other times they might be optional. I will have them labeled as such. So if they're labeled optional, you will not see that on a test, but I thought it was interesting information that I wanted to show you. You also, for each chapter, will have a discussion topic. So this is where you can ask me questions. And then for the chapters that do have an assignment associated, you'll see a folder that has that. So we have an assignment with topic 1. There's a Dropbox that goes with that assignment. So once you complete it, you'll put your assignment in here and you'll attach it as a file. There is a set of video instructions for how to complete that assignment. So I strongly encourage you to go through the video instructions while you're doing the assignment. This first assignment might not make a lot of sense if you don't look at those video instructions. And then anything else you might need for completing that assignment. So here there's a worksheet that you're going to fill out, so you would download this file, and then there's the simulation software that you'll use. Many of our topics also will have a bonus challenge associated with them. These are for bonus points only. You don't have to do them. Every unit will also have a quiz. Those quizzes might have anywhere from 10 to 20 questions on them. These are multiple choice quizzes. After the deadline for that quiz is passed, you can go back in and look at your quiz. Now I want to show you something that is a little bit different on topic 2. Now topic 2 still has the outlines, it still has the PDF, but it also has 2 sections of lecture videos. You see one here that says video lectures with embedded quizzes. You see another one down here, no embedded quizzes. I did not do this on chapter 1, but starting with chapter 2, moving forward, there are quizzes embedded in the lecture videos. So as you're watching the video, it will pop up and ask you some questions. Some of these are throughout the video, sometimes they're just at the end of the video. Your attempt on those will go automatically into the gradebook. So you want to make sure that you do those here. The reason I've included this second section that does not have the embedded quizzes is because when I put them in here, they go straight into my courses. They don't go through YouTube and they are not captioned. Anything I have down here is actually a YouTube link and it's automatically captioned by YouTube. And so if you like using closed captioning, you may want to go back and look at those. But to get the credit for those quizzes, you'll want to use the ones up here. Sometimes there's other required videos as mentioned before. So these, if it says required, means that I might ask you questions on an exam about those or on the quizzes. If there's optional videos, it's just the stuff that I thought was interesting or fun, and you won't see questions about those. At the very bottom, we have our quiz. Another thing that I started doing is at the very bottom, you'll see in a Word document the quizzes from those lecture videos. For whatever reason, my courses decided to start making it so that the quiz would disappear after you submitted them the first time. It didn't do that initially, and that just started happening. And I want you to be able to go back and review those quiz questions. So by having the quiz questions here, even if you go back to redo the video and the quizzes are not there anymore, you can see the questions down here. After we've completed it for this one, topics 1 through 3, we will have our first exam. At the bottom of each one of these units, you'll see prep materials for the exam. If you have any questions about that exam, once again, there's a discussion topic here. You can put your questions in. For each one of these, I have a practice exam. I strongly encourage you to pretend like this is a real exam and take it, and then grade yourself afterwards and look at those questions. Look at what you got right, look at what you got wrong, and then also go back and look at the concepts. So a lot of times the questions aren't going to be identical questions, but they might be similar concepts. You also have a list of potential essay questions. Your test will be in 2 parts. You'll have one part that's multiple choice and short answer. You'll have another part that is essay and data interpretation. The essay will come from here. So I might put 2 questions on there from this list and ask you to answer 1. Or maybe I'll put 3 and ask you to answer 2. So that is how the course is set up. Let's take a look at the course calendar. Everything is already in the course calendar. You've got your first day of class. You can see when your first assignment is due. When we have assignments due, they are typically always due at 11:59 p.m. And then you also see where the bonus challenges are on here. Now, when we have an exam, the exam will be available over a 2-day period. It'll open here and it's available from 12:01 a.m. there to 11:59 p.m. on the next day. Now the calendar can be viewed as a list. If you want to click up here and say list, you can see all the different things that are due, or you can go back to the month view. If you want to email me, you can come over to this communicate tab. This is the best way to email me. All you have to do is come here and do email and then find me and send me an email. When you want to come to our Zoom office hours, you can come into communicate and go down to this Zoom video conferencing. When you get ready to do your homework or your quizzes, you can come up here to submission review. So you can either click over on the course content where we saw it before, where we saw the quiz listed, you could click right there, or where we saw the assignments, you could click there, or you can come here. So if I click here, I will see all of the different drop boxes, and it will also tell me what's submitted or not. If I wanted to come in and submit something, I could click right on the assignment there. If I wanted to go in and look at the quizzes, I could do that by clicking on quiz, and I can tell whether it's been submitted or not. And if it has been submitted, I can usually see the grade here. If it has been submitted, it'll tell me that it's evaluated and it'll let me click on that. You can check your grades with the grades tab. Of course, nothing is in here, but these will start filling in as time goes on. When we're ready to take the exam, you will click on this HonorLock link. We'll have a practice HonorLock exam before the real exam to make sure that you're able to go in and everything's working correctly. Now let's go and take a look at the course syllabus. Here's the course syllabus. We'll go over this together. You have my contact information. I'm at the Clearwater campus in room NM211. My office hours will be 1:30 to 2 via Zoom. I can also make appointments with you either via Zoom or face-to-face. Required textbook is by Freeman and Heron. Also keep in mind, since this is an online course, there are certain technology requirements. You need a computer that can use the Google plugin for HonorLock because you'll be using HonorLock for your tests. You also will need a computer that can download the version of Word and Microsoft Excel that you get free from the college. In many cases, the online version, so Office 365, does not always have the full functionality that the downloaded version does. So often if you open an Excel file, it'll ask you if you want to use the desktop version or the online version. And for full functionality, you will want the desktop version. A Chromebook typically is not full function, and so you often will find that there are certain things you cannot do in my courses using a Chromebook. There is a program that we use for the week 1 assignment that if you have a Mac, you'll have to use a Mac crossover program. The link for that crossover is in the course, so you don't have to go out and find it, but you will need to be able to do that. Our class is completely online. These are the course dates. So the course begins May 22nd and ends July 28th. Drop with refund is May 26th. The deadline to receive a W in a course is June 30th. Here we see days when the college is closed. Now let's take a look at the grading for the course. Your grade will be based on 4 exams. Each one of those exams is worth 100 points, so that's 400 points of your total grade. You also will have weekly assessments. They will be worth 140 points, and then you also have assignments worth 70 points. The exams are a combination of multiple choice, short answer, and essay. We emphasize critical thinking and data analysis. We do not give makeup exams, but there is an optional cumulative final. Whether you have a missed exam or a low score, you will use your optional final to make up that exam score. The assessments are 10 points each. Your lowest one will be dropped. The assignments are also 10 points each, and the lowest one of those is also dropped. These homework assignments must be submitted by the deadline, and late assignments will not be accepted unless you have a documented extenuating circumstance. There are bonus points in the course. You may earn up to 30 bonus points in the course, which represents almost a half a letter grade. You can see the overall grade breakdown here. So 90 to 100% is an A, and this is the point range for those various grades. Students who do not participate within the first 2 weeks of the class, so if you don't log in and do the assignments in the first 2 weeks, the college will automatically withdraw you. We also have to indicate to the college whether students are participating in the course on June 30th. Participation will be measured by you submitting at least 70% of the assigned work on time at that point. Your exams will use HonorLock. We will have a practice exam that uses HonorLock prior to the first exam so we can make sure that your computer is up and running and you don't have to worry about that the first exam. All exams prohibit the use of any outside resources, including notes, any other devices, Google, ChatGPT. You also must scan your desk area prior to the exam. If you fail to scan your area or you use any of these outside resources, it's a 0 for the exam with no ability to drop that exam score, and it will also be filed as an academic integrity violation. Your written assignments should be your own original work. Everything will be going through Turnitin to check for plagiarism. In addition to plagiarism, it will also check for anything that has been generated through AI. Don't use ChatGPT to do your assignments. This is supposed to be your original work. If it's not original work, you will receive a 0 for that and a report will be filed. This gives you a description of the course, the prerequisites, and then some of the course goals that go along with it. You can then also read my expectation of you in the course, and then you can also see what you can expect from me in the course. Also keep in mind that in addition to academic honesty, we also have a student code of conduct. Misconduct is anything that disrupts the flow of a course. Please keep in mind when you are taking your exams in HonorLock, it is like you are sitting in a classroom and you should conduct yourself accordingly. And then just some tips for being successful in the course. Number one indicator of success is your engagement. You need to make sure that you are watching all of those lecture videos, taking notes, and reviewing them, doing those online quizzes, doing your assignments, and posting questions in those discussion boards or emailing me questions anytime you don't understand something or you just need clarification. It really requires you to get involved and interact with the information. So please let me know if there's anything that you need from me to help you be successful in this course. I look forward to working with you this semester as you learn about evolutionary biology.